Bring Roger Cressy into the conversation. He works for NBC now as a terrorism analyst, however, a former director of the National Security Council. Roger, I guess that we know that some of the issues. The question is, where do the responsibilities lie? In other words, if the CIA is in fact providing misleading information to those who are charged with overseeing them, how do you correct for that?
Well, Dylan, I think what probably happened is the CIA provided partial information. They only told them half the story. So you got to go back to 2002, 2003. The Bush administration did not believe in congressional oversight. They were not going to be as forthcoming on some of the techniques and actions the agency was taking. So part of this is a function of who was in power at the time, the adversarial relationship between a Republican executive branch and a Democratic Congress.
Which I guess
part of it.
I guess, and that sort of thing makes you wonder why we bother making laws at all if all that matters is who's the president and what they believe, right?
Well, this is the bigger issue of what is congressional oversight, what is accountability. I think what's important here, though, is that Leon Panetta volunteered this information, and that is trying to correct past mistakes. Does it mean that the CIA lied as policy? Certainly not.
Jonathan Capehart, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Dylan.
How much of this is a cause for real forward concern, meaning can we rely on the relationship between those charged with overseeing the Central Intelligence Agency going forward to the extent to which we rely on their intelligence to take action, which is clearly the most relevant aspect, and how much of this is just political nonsense between different parties and all the rest of it?
Well, look, I think that this is a problem. It's a problem for the Democrats. I think it's a problem for the White House because it's a distracting fight. I think that I understand the oversight issues here, but we've got Democrats on the Hill who are trying to do battle with the CIA that was under the previous administration. And now you have a Democrat in the White House, a Democrat who's running the CIA and has talked about how he's trying to reform the agency and to change things. And so when you have, you know that saying, Dylan, never fight with someone who buys ink by the barrel. I would argue never have a fight with an agency whose job it is to be an expert in the black arts. There are a lot of things that you are...
I mean, these guys lie and steal and kill for a living. Right? That's why we pay them to do it. We're like, please, can you get us the best liars and stealers and killers in the world, because we want them to work for us. And then when we find out that they may not have told the whole truth, we run around like it's some grand shock.
Right. And the problem here is no one can really talk about what the things are that they've either supposedly lied about or have done or haven't done.
So it's
a lot
preposterous,
of this stuff is
which is why I turn my question to, and Roger, and then Contessa, I'm coming back to you. All that really matters, forget the politics, because I don't care who's in Congress and who's not or any of that nonsense, but what I do care about is whether we can rely on the intelligence gathering capabilities of this group of people who do what they do to influence our military and our foreign policy. And that's all that really matters here, right, is do we have reliable intelligence that we can trust to take action going forward to defend and look out for America's interests, Roger, and how much has it been compromised by the perceived betrayals or lack of trust in those relationships, period?
Well, I think the big issue, Dylan, to your point, is that if this food fight between the House Democrats and the agency continues, then you're going to start to see the reemergence of this risk-adverse mentality on the part of a lot of agency officials. You can't allow that to happen. So Leon Panetta's doing the right thing. He's defending his people. He's defending his agency. It seems like the House Democrats just want to keep refighting issues from 5 years ago. It is stupid and foolish.
The only reason to do it is if it calls into question our ability to rely on intelligence going forward. Roger, thank you so much.